It's Timmy F. We tune in to Wheel Mass Artist Spotlight. All right, my name is Timmy F. I'm a streetwear designer and I'm an artist. I rap and I sing. I chose my name because I used to watch Timmy Turner all the time when I was younger. Fairly Odd Parents, and my name Tim. So I started telling my teachers to call me Timmy to see if they actually would, and they did. And F, my middle name, started with an F, so it's Timmy F. A lot of people be thinking I got that from Wayne, but nah, that's my middle name. What an artist is to me is a person with limitless capabilities when it comes to music. Like some people, like I don't like when rappers say they artists because I don't agree with that, because it's like if you can't rap, if only thing you could do is rap, I don't consider you an artist, because like artists to me, they rap, they sing, they probably could engineer, mix, or make a beat, something like that, you know? So that's what I say falls under the umbrella of being an artist. I'm 23 years old. I grew up in Chicago. I used to live in Wentworth Gardens when I was 9. And then I moved to Michigan, Kalamazoo, Michigan for 7 years. And then when I was 16, I came back to Chicago. And now I reside in the Hundreds. And my upbringing, it was crazy. I made a lot of bad decisions, man. I hung with some of the wrong people, but it was just like, it was love though. It was like, you know, the people in the streets, it's like, it become family. Your friends become family to you, in a sense. So they adopted me in a way, you know. So I made a few bad decisions, and that's what made me get sent back to Chicago. My granny wasn't having it, and I moved with my daddy, and he was more strict. So a lot of the things that I was used to doing with her, I ain't had the freedom or leniency to do with my father. So, you know, it ended up shaping and molding me to a better person, and that's how I got the outcome I got right now. So with music, my daddy side of the family, they sing. So I started singing first, and I was probably like 5, 6 years old when I started realizing I could sing. And then as far as my clothing brand, Virgil Abloh, the late Virgil Abloh, he did this internship with RSVP Gallery in Chicago Cred, which I had participated in. And Louis D. Guzman, Lance Jackson, and Anthony Trevino, they had taught the class. And Louis, he taught the graphic designer aspect of it. Trevino, he taught the photography part of it in Photoshop, and then Lance Jackson, he was just like the overseer of it, basically making sure things was all good overall. The best aspect of my art is the pain I put in my music. It's like when I make my songs and stuff, I become vulnerable. It's like the microphone is a diary to me, so I just express all the stuff that I probably wouldn't just bring up in conversation, but I express it over a song. Like, it's hard for me to express myself if I'm just, you know, speaking with somebody or trying to vent or rant. So like, I'd rather just write it down in the music form, and then other people, unbeknownst to me, other people have the same issues and the same problems. So it's like, okay, cool. So now it gives me the drive to keep making music like that, or rather being okay with me expressing the stuff that I be expressing. My creative process for music, I would say, I'll try to find a beat. That's my style. Like typically I'll look up like beats with piano or guitar in it. And then if I find one that click, like some beats got words to them already. So if I find one that click, I figure out like the first line to it. And then next thing you know, it's like, all right, bam, I got it. I could do this. I could make a whole song out of this. And then as far as my clothes, it's more so like, when I'm designing a garment, sometimes I base it off the songs that I made. Like, I got a project called Dead Inside, and like the hoodie and the vest I got on is one of my Dead Inside garments, basically. And then it's like I got a song called Heartless. I made a Heartless t-shirt. So basically I just make merch based off the songs I've made and whatever else will come to mind. Like, it's so many different methods to the ways I be doing my clothes and this stuff. It's like I be screen printing, embroidery, I use vinyl, and what else? And I'll be sewing stuff too. So it's like, I just try to figure out how to collide the 4 of those if need be. Anybody from Chicago that becomes successful, they inspire me for sure. It's a plethora of people who came from Chicago, like Virgil, Kanye, Don C. Who else? Like Chief Keef, Lil Durk, like all of them, they all inspire me to be greater and do better and to keep going, because it's like they came from the same city I came from. And it's a dozen of other people as well. Them just the first few I thought of off bat. I want people to feel like it's okay to not be okay. Use creativity as an outlet for your pain or whatever else you're going through in life. Like, use creativity as an outlet to show that. It's to one day headline Rolling Loud or some crazy festival, and to own a factory that manufactures clothes in every way possible. Keep going, never stop, never let nothing stop you from investing in your dream. Like, if it's $2,000, it's like, if it's $2,000 that's standing in between you and your dream, spend the $2,000, bro. So, you know, you'll get it back. If you believe in yourself enough, you'll get it back for sure. Ain't no plan B. Like, this I'm gonna make this shit work for sure. It's gonna work. I believe in it entirely. And the people around me believe in me enough to help me feel like it's gonna work for sure. I got a video shoot soon, and I got a new project coming in mid-March. I haven't chosen a date for it. It might be March 25th or March 20th. And I got 2 videos coming up as well. A photo shoot for my brand and a video on Valentine's Day. So definitely be on the lookout. Ooh, any kind of art. Okay, so I'm gonna do like I'm gonna do 3 fashion and then 2 like rappers type shit. So I'm gonna say Drake and Wayne on some all-time shit. And then I would say Mike Amiri. And I'm not even a fan of his clothes. I'm a fan of his process of how he make it and what he gotta go through behind the scenes. That's fascinating to me. Virgil Abloh, of course. Same thing with him. I'm a fan of his clothes, and I'm a fan of his process of what goes into the fashion shows, what goes into him creating a collection and all the above. And Ruigi from Root. He a Filipino. I think he Filipino, from Philippines. He from the Philippines. He raw though. He raw. I like his creative process. He's 28 years old. He never ever had a job in his life. He just did the fashion shit and it worked for him. So that's really, really inspiring to me. Ooh, damn, who is my celebrity? There's so many. I ain't gonna lie, I kind of fell in love when I seen Mulatto perform at Rolling Loud in New York. She cold, for sure. And shorty off Everybody Hates Chris, she in the New Power. She cold too, she cold as hell. And she older than she looks, so that make her even more colder, cause she look young. My favorite designer, I'll say Life of Mal and Designer Zoe, and they both from Chicago. They raw as hell. Like, I admire they work for sure. And my clothing brand, Bathing Ape, favorite of all time, Bathing Ape. I would prefer real life, because social media watered down a lot of stuff. Cause like, I know a lot of niggas, no, not even niggas, I know a lot of people who portray an image that who's not really them on social media, but if you knew them, you would be able to tell the difference immediately. And also it complicates things, and it makes some things easier. Like in person, if you're trying to sell some merch or something like that, you can convince a person in person quicker than you probably can convince them online, because it's like everybody selling merch. But if you make that face-to-face connection with them, it'll be a bit easier. Even with getting a girl number, like if you make a face-to-face connection with a girl rather than saying yo in the girl inbox, it's like you'll probably get a chance if you see her face-to-face and talk to her in real life rather than social media. One thing I'd change, I don't know, man. I wouldn't say much. I love myself. Nah, my inconsistency and my procrastination. I change those two things because that's like sometimes it be my downfall for sure. I like the hibachi place on 90. It's one in Oak Brook and 95th. The one in 95th had some crazy shit going on, but overall I fuck with the little Woo's house. I ain't gonna lie. Man, I don't know. My biggest fear is losing the support system that I have. And it's because it's just like I worked hard and the people they seen the work that I do and that's why they choose to support me. So I feel like if I lose them, I'll be fucked up a little bit. Shout out to Cali Rose. Shout out to the whole Rich Records. And shout out to my boy Benny. Shout out to all the guys in Kalamazoo. Shout out to everybody who support me. I appreciate y'all forever, for real, for real. Y'all got a special spot in my heart forever. Also, I got a show coming up at Reggae Bar up north. I got a show on February 3rd. I also got a show February 11th in Grand Rapids, Michigan. So be sure to be there. Also, you can find me on Instagram at TimmyF_25. Again, that's TimmyF_25. And on Facebook, just TimmyF. But I'm two different people on both them social media platforms. So definitely go with Instagram if you want to be professional for sure. And also, you can find any of my music on Apple Music, Spotify, Tidal, or YouTube under Timmy F with a period under the F, and then make sure it's spaced apart from each other. You'll definitely be able to find some of my music, stream some of what I got going on. As far as my clothing, you can find that on Instagram and social media. I post daily on both of my stories, and I post weekly on Instagram, different garments, different pieces that I created over the time.